Here's more wrestling news for June 18th, 2021. And your headlines for this afternoon include lots of Gimmick shows are returning to WWE thanks to Fox and USA Network. John Cena incredibly flattered by Vin Diesel saying he was sent by Paul Walker for Fast and Furious 9. Former WWE superstar announces retirement. Vince McMahon is a big fan of a current WWE superstar. AEW reveals what new title belt rumors were all about. Breaking news is WWE officials are talking about bringing back Aleister Black. MJF now has his own cryptocurrency. Baron Corbin reacts. Brutus the Barber Beefcake dealing with health issues, and more. We're starting with WWE, who introduced the 24/7 Championship at the request of the USA Network in 2019. And whilst the title and current champion Akira Tozawa haven't been seen for a while, it goes to show the power that the networks have over WWE content. Now the networks are stretching their creative muscles again, as Andrew Zarian of the Mat Men Pro Wrestling podcast reports that there's going to be a lot more themed episodes of Raw and SmackDown, specifically requested by the USA Network and Fox. It'll be interesting to see what kind of special episodes we get, but according to WrestleVotes, the WWE is considering bringing back a fan choice format similar to Cyber Sunday, where the fans would get to directly influence the show. The last Cyber Sunday event happened in 2008, where fans voted Stone Cold Steve Austin to officiate the main event between Chris Jericho and Batista, and it's reported that fan choice specials could happen again either late 2021 or early 2022. A viewer's choice episode is just one idea being considered right now, as WrestleVotes reported that Old School Raw and a King of the Ring tournament could also happen later this year or next year. WWE executive Adam Pearce recently teased bringing back the King of the Ring tournament after King Corbin discussed it on an episode of The Bump, and Xavier Woods has made no secret that he plans on entering the tournament if it starts. Andrew Zarian later reported that the King of the Ring is more than likely to happen this year, as is Raw Roulette, a special that'll see stipulations and opponents to be determined by the spin of a roulette wheel. Fox and USA Network clearly want to bring up viewership numbers, and the belief is that these specials will help accomplish that. And time will tell whether some of the events WWE are already selling tickets for will end up being an extra special event for the fans. We're heading to Hollywood next, as the Fast and the Furious series is undoubtedly one of the most popular action franchises ever, thanks in part to Vin Diesel's leading role as Dominic Toretto. For the first 6 films, Diesel was joined by Paul Walker, who tragically died before the release of Fast 7. And in April this year, Diesel praised John Cena, who plays his villainous brother in the latest film in the series, saying that he believes Walker sent Cena to act in the film. Speaking to Inside this week, John Cena reacted to Diesel's comments, saying, "I think that's the most flattering thing that someone in the Fast family could possibly say. The origin of Vin's comments, I think Vin is so much better to answer that than me. Hearing something like that, man, certainly you have expectations to want to do your best. The importance and the gravity of a statement like that is not lost on me." Cena's role as Jacob Toretto will be the closest the WWE icon has gotten to a heel turn in years, and fans will have to wait and see how Cena fares in his much darker role when Fast and Furious 9 releases next week. Back to wrestling, and in 2019, Jordan Miles, aka ACH, left WWE after a controversy over a t-shirt design involving his name, and now he's leaving wrestling for good. On Instagram, ACH has announced that he's officially stepping away from professional wrestling and thanked fans for their love and support. Outside WWE, ACH has worked for promotions including ROH, New Japan, and Impact, and it's unclear why he's retired now. Before the controversial shirt, which he argued had racially insensitive undertones, Miles won the Breakout Tournament, earning a shot against then NXT champion Adam Cole. And whilst it's believed that Miles was in store for a big push before leaving, we'll never know just how far he would have gone in WWE. One person fans can find in WWE is Reginald, who started off as Carmella Sommelier before aligning with Nia Jax, and the acrobatic manager is certainly making a great impression. According to Fightful, Vince McMahon himself is a strong supporter of Reginald being on TV, as he likes what he brings to the table and what he adds to on-screen angles. The former Cirque du Soleil performer has been inserted into quite a number of segments since his debut, and it was reported that he's also very easy to work with as well. On the latest Raw, Reginald was seemingly possessed thanks to the dark powers of Alexa Bliss, and whilst he may one day break out and start competing as his own superstar, for now, he's continuing to exceed in his current role, which makes Vince McMahon very happy to see. Over to AEW, and it's no secret that the company is seriously considering introducing Trios tag titles, and those new titles could be coming very soon. When AEW took to Twitter recently, sharing a close-up shot of a championship belt, many fans speculated that new titles were coming, either the Trios tag team titles or some new women's tag team titles. In a tweet, Nyla Rose expressed her desire for the company to introduce women's tag team titles, but if that is the plan, it won't be happening yet. In a later tweet, AEW confirmed that AEW World Championship replicas are coming soon, with the pre-sale starting on June 23rd, but didn't give a specific price. The announcement of replica world titles isn't the announcement most fans were hoping for, but with AEW constantly growing in popularity, it may be a matter of time before new championships are introduced on TV. Back to WWE, and this month, Aleister Black was released from WWE, but he won't be gone from Vince McMahon's company for long. PW Insider reports that many people in WWE are discussing the former NXT champion, and following Samoa Joe's return to the Gold brand and the fan reaction, that WWE is working on bringing the Dutchman back. It's reported that some of WWE's top executives and decision-makers have been trying to get Black back, and the fact that AEW has shown an interest in him has been a factor in WWE wanting him to return. Wade Keller of PW Torch reports that WWE is planning on surprising fans by debuting him at the next pay-per-view, meaning he could be back as soon as this Sunday, or saved for Money in the Bank on July 18th, which will have live fans. It's also reported that Black's new contract will have a no-cut clause, meaning WWE would be unable to release him before his contract expires again, and given that these clauses are typically reserved for top stars, it appears Black could be in for a major push upon returning. The general consensus is that Black was released from WWE too soon, and now WWE are doing all they can to bring the Dutch superstar back home. More from AEW, as MJF has made history this week, becoming the first pro wrestler to have their own cryptocurrency. On Twitter, the Pinnacle leader announced that he's partnered with Rally Network to release the MJF coin, which currently has a value of $7.69 American. In his tweet, the AEW star blasted other cryptocurrencies including Dogecoin and Bitcoin as garbage, saying that MJF coin is better than you, and you know it. In a reply, WWE's King Corbin applauded MJF's new currency, as the two heels are clearly fans of one another. Corbin is clearly on MJF's side, and we'll have to see who else gets on the MJF coin bandwagon in the crypto economy. Back to WWE, and as the WWE champion, Bobby Lashley has a lot to be proud of, and doesn't plan on letting go of the gold anytime soon. Recently, the Almighty spoke to Fightful Select about his reign, and in a preview of their interview, it was noted that Lashley is yet to feel tested, despite recently passing 100 days as champion. Fightful reports, he's never had anyone test him in the ring, but has had some times outside the ring where he's questioned if people are doing it. He says Riddle and several others still train and grapple around. Perhaps Lashley will feel tested when he enters his first Hell in a Cell match this Sunday, where if he wins, Drew McIntyre will no longer be able to challenge as long as he's champion. According to reports, Lashley is expected to retain this Sunday, and we'll see who challenges Lashley when McIntyre is out of the title picture, as the Almighty continues to look for someone who can test him in the ring. And we're ending with some sad news to report, as Brutus the Barber Beefcake is going through some concerning health issues. On Facebook, Brutus's wife Missy Leslie asked fans to keep him in their prayers, as the Hall of Famer has been suffering from shortness of breath and headaches. Brutus's blood pressure was 170/110, which is dangerously high, and Missy added that he was at the doctor's office on Wednesday. Missy didn't provide any more details about her husband's condition, but we're sending out our best wishes to the 2019 WWE Hall of Famer at this time. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.